Hello my friends, welcome back to a blind Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. My name is FlightlessBird and this is your service gaming channel. Game number 1 of the Ace Attorney trilogy, and this woman had me completely and totally stumped. And now that I look at it, I feel like I should have known this. I feel as if this is something that I should have realized. But her testimony has been flawless, except for one thing. And we're gonna get into that right now. So starting off, she says here, the chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. However, something that I had totally forgotten about is she said she took a picture when this crime happened, and the court record even reminds us of that. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Starr. And if we look at the photograph that she claims happened at the moment of her murder, she is not carrying a knife. And, oh man, should have realized this. The game got me. It's okay to say that every now and then. I know I said it a few times in the Zero Escape trilogy. There were a couple times when I was just like, the game got me. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Thank you for Enter Zero for pointing this out to us. And he did it in a really, really awesome way. Instead of saying what happened, what Enter Zero did was post a comment and then post 2 replies. And in each reply, he basically said, you know, don't click on see more unless you want the spoiler. And basically, you had to scroll down a bunch to actually read what he wrote. And it was really, really good, because if you're looking through the comments and you don't want to be spoiled, then you would never have seen it. So thank you so much. That was the perfect way to let me know what was going on. Let's get to it, my friends. Objection! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch, yes it is. I want that lunch. But isn't that odd? I mean, look at this photograph. This is a photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Man, that's so... Yeah, I'm... Like I said, there's nothing wrong in saying every now and then that the game kicked my butt. And the game kicked my butt here. Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. Oh, the dots. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what's your thoughts? Objection, Your Honor. That had to be the weakest objection I had, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Oh, burned. Hey, wait a second. Well, the one game burned. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem? Except you? I mean, wait a second. Yes, there's a problem, because she said under testimony that she took a picture the moment the crime happened. So how can she claim that she took a picture the moment the crime happened if the crime didn't happen yet? Or the crime already happened? Whatever. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Arg. You got a better idea? Exactly. Objection. Wait. That contradicts what the witness just said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Yes, that's what I just said. Okay, we're back on the roll. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. All the dots. All the dots. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but it's good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. She's wearing gloves. Are those gloves? Surgical gloves, made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on, I wonder? It was not premeditated. Oh, I'm sorry. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Warg! Those gloves do seem to tell the tale of premeditation. Yes, they do. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony if you would. Here we go again. The murder was planned and the rubber gloves prove it. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, the star's testimony is flawless. Oh no, not again. Sounds pretty failed to me. Well, what do we do? Is this it? Is this my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having a panic makes me calmer. Why are we back here? So it looks like this is the only thing that's new. The rubber gloves prove it. How can I show the rubber gloves didn't prove it? She's definitely wearing gloves. I don't think this helps. Because she's away from the security room. So it would be hard to see. She made a call to her sister. That doesn't prove anything. Victim memo found in the trunk, 67S122. I still don't understand what this means. Unless it's backwards. And which it says 5L9? 221? I have no idea what that means either. Time of death 4 to 4:30. Loss of blood from chest wound. 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. I don't know how this helps me. It's just I'm kind of out of ideas. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only was held up at complex red lights. But couldn't this be used as evidence? Because the fact that this happened 3 minutes after Edgeworth got there. So isn't that risky to murder someone and hope that he shows up on time? No prints. Victim's blood. Yeah, and that's not gonna help. King of prosecutors. Goodman's ID. I'm not sure. I mean, this kind of has to be the only thing we can choose, right? Because all of these are All of these are things that we've already been over. So we had to somehow prove that this is a contradiction. Let me press it one more time. Let me go back through this. What if she was just in a habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Okay, this is new, okay. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you with the force, Mrs. Starr. This is bad. She's got them all thinking that this was all planned. She can prove this claim. The trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show her that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Okay, so here's the same as before. Yeah, so there's got to be a flaw. There's got to be a flaw in that final statement. And I accidentally skipped over that statement. Where's it at? Here. The rubber gloves prove it. I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry. How about wearing gloves? Like driving gloves. Okay, so what here is a contradiction? Because I'm trying to think. This woman has stumped me more than any other case so far. And I'm not really... You see, I was such on a high when I was like, yes, I understand that. But now... Well, thankfully, it's not a lot of items we can use. We can use a crime scene photo, which... I don't think contradicts her statement. Or not anymore. The parking lot plans shouldn't. There was no prints on the knife, which only proves that she might have premeditated it. I'm still thinking about this parking stub. It's very weird timing. Nope, that's not it. Okay. By the way, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I hope everyone's having a wonderful day because I am going absolutely crazy with this woman. I swear, my Let's Play of this game is going to take like 20 more episodes because this one woman and her flawless case. Wait a second. What was this? It was 3 minutes after, right? 3 minutes after he parked the car. So he parked the car, and then at 5:15 the murder happened. And then at 5:18 Lana called her sister. That worked? Oh, that worked. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, I'm just randomly guessing at this point, and when you have limited evidence, you just go with the most obvious evidence you have. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes. I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody car, something. The defendant is chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. I don't get it. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Continue. Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ah, Phoenix, you're so smart. Ugh. Order, I say, order. I will have order. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. I don't think so. Yep, here he comes. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Oh, the exclamations. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Okay, here we go again. Angel seduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could draw that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. There, right there. Boom. That's a contradiction. Because according to the autopsy report, there was a single stab wound was found. Oh yeah, I feel good about this one. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation now, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Angel Seduction Part 2. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a more prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Mrs. Lana Skye's phone, Your Honor. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was that the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. It's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? No, I have no idea what you're saying.
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
No, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self. Mr. Edward's size smelled like substitute. You say again and again. How many times did you shab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me?
Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave him at that.
Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people! Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, animal wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Phoenix, get your head in the game. Oh, the dots. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay, I know what to do here. Let's do it, my friends. Even though the autopsy report has a tendency to get revised, let's do it. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I am afraid the moss is going out under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Oh, the exclamated questionable dots.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was from loss of blood. 1 stab wound.
You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? That was my evidence. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. He's also a lot older than you. What about my objection? Didn't anyone notice? I get no credit, I swear.
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, that's creepy. It's like blood on the floor with a knife through it. Except it's a fork, but you know what I mean.
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from my victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. God, our story keeps changing!
Then tell us what you saw you thought was blood. Testify now.
Oh, the dots. This woman is so... Urgh. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Miss Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Oh, the dots.
Well, people all mistake my beard for a bib.
Your Honor, that is an amazing beard. I just want to say, your beard is beautiful. Really is. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Oh, the dots. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenge her, okay. So we had to hit that statement somehow. Her red muffler. Red muffler. Wait a second. No. Wait a second. I'm an idiot. I just missed it. I am so blind. I am literally so blind. She's not wearing her muffler in this picture. Obvious. The obvious is obvious. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. What do you mean that was my objection? Will you stop stealing my thunder, Edgeworth? This was with the prosecutor, not the defendant. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Only a lot of dots. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Yeah, right. Miss Ace Investigator. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You were quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and I bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No, thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum, An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
I didn't see anything yet. Nothing jumped out at me the first time around. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition to her side. And I believe there is a partition, right? It's the water. Yeah, definitely. So that could have happened. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. Well, that's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? What I don't get is if she stabbed the person and then went behind a wall and was arrested, how did she have time to make that phone call to Emma? That couldn't have happened. I quickly caught her, explained the rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah, because here's the thing, and this is bothering me as well. The map plan clearly shows a divider between parking lot. No, I never knew I could slide to the right, but there's clearly a separation from B and A. So how did she arrest her when she was at B and the prosecutor was on A? Huh. Yeah, definitely press harder. No, I didn't mean to leave her alone. Oh! How far away was she when she witnessed the murder? I guess I could just look at the picture and find out. Very well, you may continue with test. No, go back! I messed up! Oh, the default was... Oh. Press her. Something I've been doing in Silent Hill 4 a lot. Whenever I try to pick up bullets, it's like the default is always don't pick something up instead of pick something up, so I keep pressing the don't instead of do. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The lunch lane car was... She was a visitor. Oh, right, Edgeworth. She was a visitor. She was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here.
That would make it about 30 feet from the car. Yes, it would.
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But
there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course. Huh. Is it possible to go over it? I mean, I can't actually see if it's possible to go over it or not.
Amazing. The car for Queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she could have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. Okay, so you could technically climb over the fence. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. By phone, do you mean the cell phone that was discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? my memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see Mrs. Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use a phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall, you say?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed. The emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing witness.
Good witnessing? What are having a good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Yes, you should.
Things I do to please the rookie defense attorney. On his cell phone updating the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Ema at 5:18. But I thought there was no message. Like... Can we, listen to this again? What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Because I thought there was no message. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this?
Oh, the questionable dots. What is it, Mr. Wright?
Prosecutor made his escape. Okay, I'm gonna press that with, not press it, but I'm gonna present. Did we hear this? No, let me press this first. She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on pate à foie gras.
I have no idea if I said that right, and I have no idea what that means, but whatever that is. Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying outside at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Oh, the dots. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run?
I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the side. Okay, right here? Here? No, that's not it. I was about to say there is like nothing on the phone call. So, what exactly is it? Let's go ahead and drop a save. Safety save. She tried to use the phone on the wall, but had to use her set instead. She mentioned the muffler. No, that's not it. Well, this ain't good. Attempt to run behind a partition to her side. quickly caught her and arrested her on the spot. How she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. What evidence? What evidence works? I don't see anything there that's... I can't open this back up. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm thinking I have to use a map somehow. Maybe it's here. Because I didn't mean to look at my badge. Maybe it's here because she says she saw it all. But how could she see her use the phone if the giant partition is there? That was it? Yes! I think I got it. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Oh, did Edgewood just set her up? All the dots. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Well, anyway, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Yes!
All the exclamated dots.
I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What?
Order, I see. What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. You mean what lie or many lies? Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about everything. What she saw, where she saw it, or the order of events. She lied about what she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she did see Miss Sky use that emergency phone.
It does seem hard to imagine that she could have. It's very logical.
All the dots.
Oh, the dots. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox?
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Oh, dang it, she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone.
I see no room for doubt here.
You ordered the patooey on rice, right?
Mr. Wright, and I thought you had some there.
No! Ugh, one more try. That's all we got is one more try. Huh, I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie. Okay, I need to save because I'm about to lose. Okay, so she did see it. That means only one thing could be true. The order of events. She lied about the order of events. Miss Sky used that emergency phone before the murder. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's where she saw it. Oh, I'm so dumb.
I see. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. Oh, I messed up. I guess that teaches me not to get excited before the evidence.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Defense has failed to give the court significant reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month of today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh. Oh. Alright, now we know what to do, at least. The witness lied about where she saw it. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, you say. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed a crime from a different location. A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. No, it does make sense. Before we call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. You see, the point is that Star wasn't where she said she was during this whole thing that went down. She saw her use a phone, and because she saw her use a phone, she told the truth there. But by telling the truth that she saw her use a phone, she's telling a lie about where she was. It does make sense.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard up till now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed this crime was here. Oh dear God. She witnessed a crime from behind the car? Here? Or the security room? Ah! Her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't part in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star.
Oh, the dots. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Order, I say. Witness. What have you done? Used to be a detective, you should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilt will be punishing. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must do to make justice prevail.
The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. No, it doesn't, because that photograph wasn't taken at the scene of the crime, or the time of the crime. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
All the dots. Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The angle of view of the crime, the distance of the crime, and lighting. Huh. I know this episode's going long, but I don't care at this point. Let's see. What would change? angle would change. The angle would change. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security association on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important? Why?
Oh, come on! No, I mean, if you look at, the angle does change because she's looking at it from left to right instead of right to left, so that would change, wouldn't it? I'm getting owned in this case. The lighting? How does that matter? How does the distance of the crime matter either? It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But we'll look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it took her to reach the scene of the crime. Oh, the dots? Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime when you arrested Miss Sky? Oh, the dots.
Well, witness.
You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from loaded and edible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass vault station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene of the crime. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That would take a long time. Like a long time. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking and B block.
That's quite a detour.
That would. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
For 5 minutes.
But the phone call happened 3 minutes after the scene of the crime.
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defense chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Yes, it is.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you had to do something. Do I have any minutes to stop this? Yes, I do. The phone call happened at 5:18. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchbox. Is that the pasta? That tied pasta into knots, rookie? Nope. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor?
I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you had the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had a picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable, I tell you. Yarg!
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Yes, we have. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and blank on her testimony.
Oh, the estimated dots.
Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go.
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated the witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close.
I'm afraid that the Coffin Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
The only problem is we haven't proved.
Miss Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to force off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! Add a difference to the witness's determination. I'll allow one more testimony.
Oh boy. Well, we're almost at an hour, so I think now's a good time to stop. My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based game channel. We're actually making progress on this case, finally. But this woman is still driving me insane. We'll see if we can best her in the next episode. Until then, my friends, I love you so very much, and so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.